I am home. It's a Wednesday and, well, I'm wearing my stuff. It feels so good to be at the house. So good. So on our way over here, we left at 12. It is now 6:23. We only live, like that's another, we only live about an hour and a half away from TJ. So as we were coming, the roads are horrible, let me tell you that. The people drive crazy, and I was just ready to get the hell out of there. We were merging onto another lane, and this car almost hit us. So Brandon had to swerve over, and it popped the tire. So we're sitting there. It was almost the freeway, the curb. He hit the curb, and the cars are going by super fast. So we had a police guy escort us to the last lane. After that, a tow truck. I'm gonna call a tow truck for you guys. That way you can, you guys can go get a tire, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, well, how much is that gonna cost? Because here in the U.S., it costs an arm and a freaking leg. So I tried to call AAA. Finally got through AAA. They were like, no, we can't help you because you're in TJ. Okay. I called my surgeon and I was like, hey, how can I get in touch with somebody to come help me? So they ended up sending a tire guy. So the tire guy came. It took him like an hour to come. I don't understand why he freaking took so long. But at this point, I'm just like so upset. Mind you, I'm like in all this wraps and stuff, thinking I'm going to be home in like 2 hours. So he finally gets there. He switches a tire. Dude, the tire was only $40 or $50 to change. And for a new tire, because I had to get a whole new tire. So next time I'm going to TJ, I'm doing a tune-up. I'm doing an oil change. I'm doing a freaking tire rotation, all of it. But that was super frustrating. I was so frustrated. And then by the time we hit the road, it was just hella traffic. So finally home. I'm home. I have my faja. The surgeon told me to get this one. I feel like I could have just got one out here, but whatever. It was like $20. So I was like, I probably could have got one out here. But I got it anyways. Whatever. It was convenient. The bra, the faja. I'm gonna get like an arm compression because he wants me to do like that. That's it. I was able to walk without my like little walking stuff. I feel like you do need that for like the first couple of days, but because it was at the home, I wasn't able to take it with me, and I had to walk on my own. And I felt like, how am I gonna do that? Like, there's no way I can walk on my own. But after having to do it, I was like, oh my gosh, like this was so easy. So, yeah, I'm home. I was able to walk. I went up because we live in apartments and we live upstairs. So I was able to walk upstairs. Okay, so I don't know if it looks like I'm crying, but I was taking off because I had a sweater on and I had my PJ bottoms. But just lifting that sweater off of my arms, like I was in so much pain, and it was like a soreness of pain, and even like taking off like the bottom pants, it hurt so much. Like it was really bad. I started crying, but I'm home. I'm happy. It feels so good to sit on this damn couch with these pillows. Feliz Navidad. We'll see how it goes this week. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, see what else is gonna happen in my journey. So see you soon. So I cannot believe this. It's post-op 1 week. 1 week. It's Friday. I am able to walk better. I still have my faja. No, my nipples do that, but I still have the faja. I put this little thing on because, to be honest with you, I was walking around just before I had the faja on, I just had even the top on. I had no bottoms at all. And now, once I put the faja on, you know, I didn't want to wear any clothes, but I have 2 boys here, so I put on the little skirt just to cover my lady parts. It's just too much taking it off and on. But at the medical center, because I have to change the gauzes every day, they actually sell like the little kits. So it was, I think it was like $8 for each of the kits that I have here. So I have this. I just got 3 because I'm supposed to be going back Saturday. This is the one that my doctor had me get, the folic acid, the iron, and then I kept hearing people say like make sure you take vitamin E, so I got that. And then I am putting the arnica thing on. I think this has really helped with my bruising. I don't know if you can tell, but my bruises have gotten a lot better. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm able to walk fairly well. I feel like I can walk pretty well. Again, my little lady parts, but yep, I feel like I am walking. My doctor said not to walk like super straight. I still feel like I have a lean. I have I put on a pad right here for my incision. I don't know if you can see that. And then I have another one right here. And then this thing comes out my butt. You can see. And then the other part is a flap. But that's it. Yesterday was the first day I actually was able to take a shower, like an actual shower. I washed my hair. I washed my hair for the first time in like a week. It felt so good. And also yesterday was the first time I went to the restroom, number 2. One of the things I didn't hear anybody talk about was the bathroom part as far as like the number 2. I know a lot of people were saying, oh, you know, make sure you take the stuff to make you go poop. I actually still have these from my C-section. My doctor told me to get these ones. I started taking this about like a week or maybe a few days, I don't want to exaggerate. So maybe a few days before my my surgery, and by a few days after I was able to use the restroom. I was going to take a shower, so I went to the restroom before or after I took it off, I went to the restroom. But yesterday, post-op, day 6, my honey bunny left to go, you know, do some errands and get some stuff going on. And I was here with my son. He's 6. So TMI, if just a fair warning. But I did go in, I went to the restroom in my faja, and I felt like I got most of it, you know, like I was able to hold the flap like back. So it like pulled back and I was able to go. And So one of the things that I didn't hear anybody really talk about was that part. And you are really going to have a really strong relationship, or you're going to have somebody that is willing to help you, because once I took a shower, he came back after everything, and he did a really, really amazing job. I'm so proud of him with the kids and everything. And I told him, like, I need to take a shower. And while I was in the recovery home, I went to the restroom. I wiped myself as much as I could. But of course, I don't think I was able to get maybe all of it. I don't know. But I thought I got, enough where, like, I wasn't hurting or anything like that. I wasn't itching. So I felt like I got most of it or all of it. But this was going to be the first time in the shower, and he had to wipe me. In the recovery home, I was telling him, because he would tell me, do you want me to help you wipe? And I was like, nope, I don't want you to do that. I got it. I just did not want to have him wipe me. Even though he has seen every part of me at this point, I still felt very embarrassed. But yesterday I took a shower, I washed everything, and I was sitting on a stool because I don't have a chair. So let me show you guys. I was sitting on this stool, and I was sitting on here, and he ended up cleaning my butt. And when I say cleaning my butt, it wasn't just like, oh, there you go. No, like, it was a deep clean. So I'm sorry, TMI, I know. But I feel like this is a big part that nobody really has talked about, is the wiping part. I saw one video where somebody said that she couldn't go to the restroom, so her partner had to, like, dig, I guess, in her butt and get everything out. That wasn't the case with me. I was able to use the restroom. It was just the wiping part was really hard for me. So yeah, but that was the biggest thing. Everything else has been coming a lot easier. Today I feel like I'm walking a lot better. And yeah, so hopefully within the next couple of days I will be able to, like, change my own gauzes. I was able to change, like, this one and, like, the belly one. Everything else, he helped me with, even putting on the faja. So yeah, that's post-op week 1. So right as week 2 started, I started feeling this really uncomfortable pinch. It kind of hurt. And come to find out that the incision started to open up, and was coming out was fat from the inside. So as you can see, that is the tape, and that color is because of the liquid that was draining out. It's kind of like the stuff that comes out of your drains. But I showed it to the doctor. The doctor said you need to take out the part that is wet. So, of course, my Boo Bear helped me and took it out. He is a freaking nurse, I promise you. Look at how perfect that looks. So after he took that out, it felt a little bit better. I went right to Mexico and got looked over by the doctor. Stay tuned, because I'm going to be talking a little bit more about this later on in the video. Comment if you have any questions, and like if this was a little helpful. Day 3, and I'm feeling a lot better. So I was using these wraps for my arms, and when I went to go see my doctor, he said that the wraps were too tight. So kind of an FYI, if you guys are using anything other than, like, the arm compressors, make sure that your wraps go all the way up here, and if they start to go down, make sure that they're not too tight, because what was happening is that I started getting, you can't see it now, but I started getting this indent. And I stopped wrapping my arm for like a couple of days because of that indent. And my doctor told me, he's like, don't wear it too tight because this will stay permanent on your arm. So what I did is I had to order one off of like eBay. And meanwhile, don't judge me, I had these like for your legs. So what I did is I cut like one side and I put one arm and I cut the toes. So this is where the toes are supposed to be. And then I just put it up for my arms because I started to get really worried. That indent was not going away even though I stopped putting on the other stuff. So yeah, and then I just put my arms in and threw it through the back, just kind of waiting for the arm compressors to come in. So that is something that's very important to have. Other than that, I went ahead and put my faja back on. Okay, so I went to go see my doctor on Saturday, and he took out the stitches, he took out the drain, and I was telling him that I had like that my stitches up front were hurting. So then he saw that there was a lot of fluid kind of compressed there, so he like squeezed it like a pimple, and it hurt so much. And he gave me some antibiotics for it, and it's been draining a lot. Yeah, it's been draining so much, but today was like the first day that I've actually felt really, really well. Today is Monday, so I did that on Saturday. And today I actually me and Brandon went for breakfast. I did not know we were going to go out for breakfast, so I went to the doctor's to get a COVID test because my job was requiring it. So I just went real quick. It was just a drive-through, so I wasn't even gonna get out. So I had my compression socks. I had my old black pants and some like flip-flops with my compression socks. I was looking a damn fool. And mind you, I can't even walk straight. So I'm over here going into the restaurant with my back hunched over and all the ladies. And there was a lot of old ladies there. They were looking at me like I was crazy. Or thank goodness we're not like that yet. But today's been good. For week 2, day 4 of week 2. And I feel a lot better. These are the dents I was telling you about. You see that dent in my arm from having the thing a little too tight. But I feel a lot better. The thing that's a little uncomfortable is the incision, how it kind of like opened out and started leaking. I've been sending my doctor some pictures of what's coming out, how it looks, and he said he wants me to go back for so he can look at it, and that way he can see if he needs to drain it himself. Maybe it was just liquid that kind of got stuck on there. I'm assuming it's just from me moving too much, but we'll see. And I might go see him tomorrow. I'm not sure. I really don't want to. Or I might go this weekend, but I'll figure it out. Either way, my pain is not bad at all. I don't have that burning sensation anymore I had when I still had the tubes in. I'm able to get in and out of the shower. I did fall yesterday in the shower just because I was just doing too much. I like to do things by myself, but obviously I can't right now. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. I talked to my doctor last night. My incision is still leaking fluid, so he said that I have to go out there again and he's going to drain it out. And hopefully that will be the last time I have to go back out there, maybe for a checkup in the next couple of weeks. But I'm going to be going today just because yesterday also the incision on the, where the cord used to be on my side, it started leaking. So when I put on my faja, it compressed so much. This is how I felt it. It felt as if it was trying to come out the incision, but since there was so much pressure there, I put on a gauze and put a lot of pressure. Then it moved to where the drain was and it started leaking. So once I told him that, he was like, yeah, you have to get back out here. I'm gonna drain you and hopefully it'll be all done after that. But I have the gauze right here, and then right here was where the drain was, and I put a pad in there as well. I got a different faja online and see how that works, and then I also got some of the arm ones, so I'm just waiting for those to come in. I took my medicine for the pain and I'm feeling a lot better, just because if I'm not on that, it hurts so much just to walk. And as you saw in my other videos, I was able to stand up pretty good, but now with that incision kind of opened, it just really hurts. Standing up, walking, it puts a lot of pressure on my back. So again, hopefully it's all over after this. So we'll see. I'll keep you posted. I'm sorry. Today is nothing. I'm talking to myself. Today is day 6 of week 2 post-op. Yesterday, I got the liquid that started to accumulate on my side drained out, and it hurt so much. So I do recommend that you definitely listen to your doctor as far as waiting to take out the drains. They suck. I know. I hate it. I hated walking around with them. I hated having them in. I only had 2. Sometimes your doctor, or at least the nursing home, said that some girls can have up to like 6. And I can't even imagine. So that part sucks so much, having those freaking drains and having to walk around with them. But I do advise that it is way better to keep the drains in rather than going back to the doctors and having them suck it out with a needle, because that hurt so much. There is a time where and it's not that the drain moves, that's not what hurts at all. What hurts is when the liquid starts to come out, when you still have the drains in and the liquid comes out. That is what hurts. It burns. It burns so bad. But I rather have that 5 million times than going back and getting it taken out with a syringe needle. It's not. I literally started crying. So that was my experience yesterday. I also have seen, I don't know if you guys noticed, that some days I'm standing up fairly straight and some days I can barely walk. And that is because I feel is that the days that I can barely walk and I can barely stand are the days that I have been sitting in a 90-degree angle. The days that I have been laying down and stretched out a little bit more are the days where my body is okay with standing up and doing a little bit more walking. So I definitely recommend not to sit directly up like this and always have like a slight lean. Yeah, that's it. This is almost gonna be week 2. I will post my before and after pictures of what I took yesterday. I think it's going along really, really well. And today is actually Thanksgiving. This is the first time that they'll be seeing me after my operation. So we'll see.